So Surefire Otaku, or Dev, has anti-fans. And one of these anti-fans is Ace1918. This guy also hates me because I'm adjacent to Dev, but essentially he's a conservative anti-fan. Not from Destiny's anti-fan side, but he's a conservative anti-fan who farms off from Dev's videos and snarks on him, essentially. So this is... And Ace is like mentally ill to the nth degree about Dev. Like, he is actually so obsessed with SFO. Now, as somebody who knows SFO, I don't understand how anybody could be obsessed with him in any way whatsoever, okay? But you know what? You know what? It's okay. Because everyone is a little special on the inside. Some people are more special than other people, okay? So, you know what? Who am I to judge, you know, how special somebody can be, right? So, I'm guessing this is what it's for. Dev is like a less energetic mundane Matt. I mean, Dev always asks me to watch his videos, but I'm like, I don't know, I'm probably just going to end up agreeing with everything and then disagreeing with your framing of the video. Like, every single time, like, I feel like that happens. It's just like me going like, do I have to watch your videos? I'm a nice person, okay? Screw you guys. I'm a nice person, I swear. Okay. But I guess this is like Ace just essentially, he's really retarded though. But he's not more retarded than the average Destiny anti-fan. They're just kind of the same level of retard.
Let me see if the stream.
Yeah, hi. Give me a second. I'm trying to make it so people can see us, or me at least.
Yeah, you're good. Let me see if the screen is good on my end. It should be. Okay, let's see if it shows that, like so.
Wait, if they're arguing in the VC, just come on stream. Make like, if you want to hold somebody accountable for their takes, make them come on stream. Because it seems like there's some drama going on in the server VC. Make it happen. Let's go. Okay, we're going to be spending the rest of the time on this, guys. I think, maybe, depending on how it goes. Wait, where's Dev? I'm going to let him know that I'm covering this.
Do appear to be live. It is just streaming from the DM. It'd be fine. It's just, yeah.
I got whatever's best for you, man. It looks fine to me on my end. I'm just adjusting a little bit, so give me a second.
All right. I hope. So yeah, we are in fact live, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And I believe, if you're all set, today's discussion is about Dev being unprincipled or not. Correct?
God.
That's my understanding of what we're going to talk about. Just to give a little.
God, this is such a retarded subject. Why would you ever talk about this ever? So boring as well. Oh, let's talk about whether or not Dev is unprincipled or principles. Who cares? Nobody cares.
Little background. I gave it to my audience. I guess I give it to yours. I made a post, I think maybe a week ago, maybe two, but glazing Dev a little bit because I feel he's one of the more principled actors in the space. I think that he's generally an honest guy, generally has tried to do the right thing, at least by me. And I think that anyone who's willing to stand up to their audience and tell the truth, even if they take hits for it, reputationally or financially, should be praised. It should be pedestaled. And you disagreed. So here we are.
Well, I believe I should provide for context for everyone the actual tweets in question.
Go for it.
So
if you want to share your screen, we can look at them on screen so everyone can see.
Yeah, I've got it on. Oh, sure. Let's just.
This guy is like so mentally ill. He's so mentally ill. Like, even when I stopped replying to him, which is like really quickly, he was still replying after me. Like, he's just so unhinged. Like, he has issues, this guy.
To do that here. Boom, I'll just share the entire screen for I'll just share the entire screen for this, and then we'll get back to it once we're done here. Or actually, hold on. I have not the screen.
like this is very much an anti-fan topic, okay? Like this is the kind of shit that Destiny anti-fans would talk about. Like they would be like, "Well, we're going to talk about whether or not Destiny is actually principled. Let's debate on this instead of any normal political take."
Thing
Oh
you
my
want to share, buddy.
God, kill me.
Yeah, let me just
So cringe.
Fine.
So
We'll
cringe.
just do this. So we'll just use this one for the time being. So let's go ahead. So this one of the signs of actual character is someone willing to stand by their beliefs, even if it costs them. Principles you only hold during fair weather are no principles at all. Beliefs you hold even when people around you punishes you for them, those are worth something. Those have meaning. All else is dross. Kudos to @SleepyDevo, who actually believes in something. Sir, I salute you. You would agree that is in fact the tweet you made, and that's one of the
Yes,
tweets
Your
we're
Honor,
talking
that
about.
is the tweet. I did tweet that out.
That's so
Hey, that's fine.
cringe.
That's fine. So the other
Why?
one, let me just
Why act like this?
Let me actually
No
get it
one's
set up
no
first
one's.
here, and then I will.
Why would you
Sure,
do
take
this?
your
Oh,
time.
we're in medical research. We can
All
explore
right.
this.
So the other one is
We're gonna run 250 teams though.
I'm going to get
so
the
go.
others here too, just for the sake of it, because I did respond to both of these, and I will get to both of those in due time. But I do believe first it's important to set up context. So we got this one, and we got this one too.
Oh my
So
God!
we should be good on that
This
end.
is going as slow
And
as
then,
molasses.
here we go. So here we are. So then we get to this one here. When someone said, so if it's all right with you, we could start at the very beginning.
Go
or we
for
could
it. I'm
start
here all
to-
night, buddy.
All right, cool.
Well, not
So
all
we
night.
start with Dev.
There's a limit, right? But
That's fine,
for the next couple hours at least. So go ahead.
So we start off with Dev stating, quote, "Yes, I actively killed my own channel rather than sell it to MAGA. You specifically have pointed this out to me a dozen times now because you think pointing out my own principled stances."
Dev, okay, I'm gonna say this again, okay? I truly think that Dev has been suffering, okay? I think that Dev has received an unfair amount of flack from the conservative side, but I think it's because he wanted to do the enlightened centrist kind of angle of YouTube. Like he wants to present himself that way, but in a roundabout way, he kind of fucked himself because like you can't entertain both sides at the same time like that. Like there's like especially when times are like this divided, right? And like you can tell he was trying to walk on the fine line of that like constantly. But what can you do, right?
Somehow and own against me. I have zero regrets, by the way. I don't want the blood money. Smith and Lon says, "Dev, your principles are fucking shit because they rely on you routinely denying reality just despite the MAGA crowd." That's
Like, why are we
effing,
going over tweets like this?
Woke, we'll say. What you
It's so
did is
mentally
alienate
ill.
a lot of viewers, including those like myself who were around long before MAGA was a thing. Dev replies, "What reality have I denied?" And then you reply with, "They'll never answer to this. They can't because they can't. Every accusation, a confession with those types." Now, to the first one, the signs of actual character is
Hey,
someone
look how
willing to
pretty
stand by
this
their
is,
beliefs, even if it
Misaki.
costs them. I replied with, "Reminder @SleepyDevo had to make a video saying that being unprincipled is a good thing, actually, because everyone kept calling him out on being an unprincipled coward." Now, this is a clip from his based
thinking
theory.
looks from the outside like a person is a flip-flopper or a fence-sitter or is unprincipled. But frankly, those
shoot.
terms are just negative reframings of positive attributes. A flip-flopper
What's wrong?
is a
I can hear
person
it.
who changes his position to an opposing one. But if new evidence leads
It
in
is
that
really
direction,
pretty.
that is exactly what you should do. A
It
fence-sitter
is.
is somebody who maintains
Like,
neutrality.
You can't
or
hear it?
non-commitment on
No,
an
I can
issue.
hear it.
In the
Okay.
Shush.
maintains neutrality or non-commitment on an issue. But in the absence of evidence, that's also exactly what you should do. Having principles is often a good thing, but devotion to a principle in the face of contradicting evidence, where the truth may lie somewhere else, that is simply being ideologically captured. After all, an ideology can be described as a set of principles.
Okay, so
Now, to be clear here-
just if I can, we can, because I think this is important.
Yes.
He's correct, right? What he said isn't him being unprincipled. It's him. Look, there's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson that I think would help illuminate these things. It's called a foolish. Well, it's not called, but the quote is this: "A foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds." And what he means by that is just trying to be consistent isn't what we're aiming for. We're aiming for what is real and what is truth. So if you have a set of principles and then you find out new information that says, "Oh, this underlying knowledge base that I had is actually flawed," I think it is not unprincipled to change your stances and to change your positions. I think that in
Sure.
fact, is a very principled take. Now, if he calls that being unprincipled, he's wrong. But I think that was probably a little bit of a clickbait title, but I don't know him. So,
All right. So
well, do you disagree with anything I said so far? Like, we're good?
I don't disagree with
Sure,
that. I don't disagree that if reality is proving that what you're arguing is wrong, that you should
Well, his stand is
accept
probably
reality
that
and change your ways
Dev
as a
has the
result.
wrong
And that much
reality.
is true. That much is fair. And I believe that you would agree that this is a good summary of it, that a person should prioritize the truth, should prioritize honesty in this sort of thing, because that's a sign of principle. And and dishonesty is a good sign of lack of principle.
In most
right?
cases, 99% of cases, yes.
Cool. So that brings us on quite nicely to the next part here, where in response to when you said they'll never answer this, they can't, every accusation is a confession, and that is what reality have I denied. I responded with, quote, here's a reality that @SleepyDevo has denied by lying about not doing something he streamed himself doing. Looking forward to WikiTV.
Just for
denying
sake of
this reality too.
Just for sake of the stream, can you full screen the video if we're about to watch?
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent. So we can all see it.
Ace 1918, I await Dev's reply to the invitation I made.
Oh,
Dev.
he'll have to super chat me, not you, for that.
Also, there's the server link. Have fun. Have fun digging in the trenches.
Ace 1918, Dev banned me from sending super chats to him. Dev.
No, I didn't.
Silly Dev.
I don't even know how to do that. Like, is that even possible?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I don't know.
Too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud. Oh, my autism.
But yeah, basically, like, there's definitely a segment in every
Someone's here.
community that wants a
Hey.
safe space. And I don't mind
Yeah,
putting
got a
that safe
recorder?
space up in, like,
Yeah.
a private Discord or something.
Okay.
But it's not going to be the channel itself. It's not going to be the videos. It's not going to be the streams.
We
We
need
will
to get
entertain
out of
all
here.
ideas here. And that's how it is.
A few moments later.
Oh, a guy who I banned gave me $10. Thanks for the free $10, buddy, but I'm banning you here, too.
I should
There's
also
a
mention that I
explosive
am
wine
officially
around the
the
corner.
one and only person that Dev
Okay.
has ever blocked on X, aka Twitter, by his own admission. Just in case some people suggest that I
you
contact him
place
that
one?
way. So it is ultimately up to other
Outside.
people to
So if
spread
they
the
walk into it,
Dev
it's not
of
my
my
fault.
invitation to him.
Okay.
Thank you for the record to V, who has already done his bit, as well as many of my own viewers who have done their bit as well on this matter. But
See
clearly,
shit.
more people need to get in on this action in order to get Dev to properly...
Wait, well, yeah,
Yep, that
but
was
then... Wait, you just heard it go off?
Yep.
Nice. Well, good one. Okay, all right, let's go. Also, by the way, guys, like, doesn't it come off like so cringe, like to like litigate a fucking ban by Dev over, like, to litigate a YouTube ban? Really? How does anybody have time for that? What the fuck? So cringe, dude. Oh my god.
Respond.
Ace 1918 has a video of you saying you're banning him. Dev, why'd you ban him?
Yeah, what'd you ban him, Dev?
That's a
Developer.
long story, Arch, which you don't have time for right now, but... is that in reference to him not being able... I don't think...
Sorry, wrong one.
Me banning him from, like, my
I wanna,
Discord...
I want to
doesn't mean
go
he can't super chat.
to
Like,
assembly. This is
whatever,
assembly.
man. Just
Oh.
That's stupidity.
Too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud, too loud.
Miss Next Anyone, it was banning him from your YouTube super chats.
Oh. Okay.
So yes, the audience has pointed out that Dev was openly lying about him claiming first that he never banned
Over
me,
there.
and second
Someone
that
over
it was
there.
just from his Discord channel and not from his YouTube channel. And Dev's response when getting caught out on this lie is, oh, okay.
Ace 1918, Dev banned me for his YouTube channel too. Bad Dev.
What'd you get?
And here we see Dev go all the way from, just send me a super chat, bro, to, I never banned you, bro, to, I banned you but only on Discord, bro, to, okay, I did ban you on YouTube, to, it's a good thing I banned you on YouTube. Keep
Oh
in mind,
my-
this entire exchange began specifically because Dev
Dude.
just wanted me to send a super chat to his channel, or rather him saying that as an excuse
Who
to get out of him
cares?
accepting my invitation.
Oh my god. Oh no. SFO was inconsistent about what now? Something that he probably doesn't give a fuck about? Like the fucking what reason he banned you from and from which location? Who cares? Nobody gives a flying fuck. Why are you so hinged on this?
To him onto my channel. So he is doing his best to dodge his
Drop
way out
down
of it.
there.
Keep the pressure on, and for the record, a quick thanks also to Arch for doing his
what'd you
bit
think?
to highlight my invitation.
Drop down.
So, I believe we've
Okay.
seen that in its
Sure,
full.
yeah, I saw it.
So the point I'm
Okay.
making
Where'd that come from?
they're
is,
aggressive.
despite Dev's claims
Don't
about
know.
being principled and about needing to
Oh shit, he's up
accept
top.
reality and be honest about that, which
Top.
you've agreed
Careful.
is a
Move it.
reasonable thing of
Yes,
what
people should be honest. That's true.
The problem here is that Dev flat out isn't honest. He tried to lie his
Oh
way
my
out
God.
of the debate in that clip right there by first trying to ask me to do something he knew I couldn't do, which was send him a super chat, because he had already banned me months
Oh,
prior
fuck.
to that clip.
My bad.
And then when people
Bit.
were calling him out on this, he then said, "Oh, I did ban him
Hold
from
on.
the
I'm calling
Discord
to you, I'm
server,
calling
but
to
not
you.
from the YouTube
Yep.
channel itself."
It-
Even
it-
though
they're
the
here.
clip has
Can I-
You might
that.
want to
Oh,
throw a
shit.
party.
Can I just
Didn't
ask?
say.
Oh, man.
Can I just ask, what
GG,
was
GG.
the time period between him banning on the YouTube channel and that stream? Like, was it like a day, a month, a year, 5 years?
Sure, no worries. I can have a look for you real
Yeah,
quick. Let
because
me
that
just-
changes. Like, it changes whether he's actively lying about it or he just forgot, right? And you
Yeah,
would
that's
understand
fair.
that there's a difference between
That's fair.
this person actively lied about this situation versus they forgot. So
So
I don't know.
do have both of the videos here, and we can have a look.
Yeah,
My bad.
Me too.
So the first video, titled "Why People Believe Short Fat Otaku Argues in Bad Faith," came out on July the 1st of 2024.
No. I'm talking about the videos about the video of his stream where you super chatted him and then he said he's going to ban you and banned you.
Oh yes, I have a link to that. No
yeah,
worries,
yeah.
no
Well,
worries.
I'm just looking for
So-
the date is all.
Yes, let's see. I have it already here somewhere. Here we go. So it was this this stream, which is still fortunately on Rumble. It's one of the earlier streams from him.
Hey, do you need a silencer too, Blueprint?
I have it already. Thank you.
Okay.
His
Sure.
Rumble here. Oh, sorry, hit the mic there. So having a look at that, it was from June 30th of 2024. Now the exact Archcast that came from was, let's see, reacts to. Reacts to my invitation. So the actual video itself, of the actual upload, came out in March of 2025.
So a good 8 months.
Yeah, and
yeah,
he
I can
still tried
understand
to
why
argue,
he forgot.
except he didn't forget, and that's not,
Hold on.
that's not even.
What is your proof that he didn't just forget? Like we could understand that 8 months is a good amount of time. I forget who I banned like a month ago, even though I don't ban very many people. But I've banned people in my Discord who are like, I'm banned from your Discord. And I'm like, are you? Did I ban you?
All right.
Why? That's not me being dishonest. That's me being just fucking forgetful.
All right, so to be clear, you did actually you did prior say that if it was
You say Archcast is his Arch's co-host? Surefat Otaku is Arch's co-host, right? Like sometimes?
months and months ago, that it would actually be a sign that Dev is dishonest. And now that I've proven
Hold on.
that, you've moved
When
the
did I say
goalpost to just a few minutes ago when you said, yeah, if it was just a day or so, then that's one thing. But if it was months and months ago, then yes, that would be a sign that he's dishonest. So
No,
what you've
no,
just
no,
done-
no. Then you
Yes, it
misheard
is.
me.
What you've just
I said
done
if it
is
was
move
the
the
day
goalpost.
before. Hold on, if I may. I
Okay.
said if it was a day before, then it would be silly to think that he's like forgot it after a day. That'd be weird. But if it was months and months ago, then I could absolutely see how he forgot it. If it was like a month or like months and months and years and or something like that. That's what I said.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. And if I misspoke, that's obviously what I meant because that obviously follows from a logic train, right? Like the later it would be, the more chance you have of forgetting something.
All right, so yeah, but this is getting back to the point that I was making, that Dev is just simply dishonest very frequently. And so,
Well, hold on.
another example.
You just misrepresented.
Dishonest frequently. Haven't proven a single lie. Dishonest frequently. Okay.
What I said in this exchange right here.
I'm not sure I did, because from what I recall, it sounded quite. In fact, hold on a second. Let's actually replay the
You
footage
can
and
do
see
that.
what you
Go for
originally
it.
said. Sure, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll admit that.
Yeah,
so.
and I'm not saying that you're like intentionally lying to me, right? You may have just, even in this small amount of time, forgotten.
All right, hold on.
That's possible.
All right, well, then we'll see. We'll see. Because it would have been about 2 minutes, 3 minutes ago, maybe. So
Something like
let's
that. Well,
find out.
before, yeah, it was right after you showed me the clip. You talked a little bit, and then I interrupted you to ask this question. So whenever that was. Gang, if you're on my end and you have a clip of that moment, clip it,
Hold on.
send it to me, and we'll watch it. Cool?
Okay. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You're good.
All right, so let's go ahead and get back. All right, so that's fair. But the point
Yeah,
is,
so just so for my audience, because they couldn't see what you just clipped or anything, could you just confirm?
oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, he did say if it was months and months ago.
Yeah.
So
okay, cool.
even though I'm his most deranged hater, his mightiest one, as he likes to put it too sometimes, and all that. But we'll skip that because there's other examples I can provide.
Sure,
Let's
that's
see
fine.
others. So you
What the
remember during-
fuck? Who cares? Who cares about any of this? Literally, who cares? Why does this matter? Why does any of this matter? Who cares? Why are you so unhinged about Dev? What did Dev do to you? Did Dev fuck your girlfriend? If you can even get one in the first place? Like, what is going on here? Why do we care? Why should we care? Why should we care whether or not, like, how much you care about Dev or not? Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you like this?
for example, your WIC TV thing. One of these subjects that was brought up.
You mean the Dev versus the world thing?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
The whole Corey Comparator thing. How Dev was talking about how he supposedly didn't jump or leap or try to protect his family, and that the camera footage proved this. That the camera footage specifically showed the moment that the firefighter was shot. It specifically showed the firefighter getting shot and fall. You know,
I'm going to be real. I don't recall exactly what he said. Do you have a clip of it we can watch?
Oh, okay. So I do have a clip from the Archcast where he originally made this clip.
Sure, if you'd like.
All right. So I will provide that. Let's just.
Like, you guys realize this is literally like someone who is trying to justify their snarking, right? Like, this is somebody who thinks that they're cooking right now because they are snarking. Okay, like they are snarkers, and they come from a place of absolute mental derangement, which is why they are acting this way, and because they think they're cooking. They genuinely think, like, these people actually think that they're cooking, right? It's so cringe. Why would you ever do something like this?
Just provide it here. And actually share. I'll just share it here. So,
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, if you're sharing it, I can't see it. I can't see it on
that's
your
okay.
end. So you have
That's
to.
okay. I'm still getting it. I'm still
Oh,
getting
sure,
it. You're
sure.
fine.
I just didn't know. Right.
So here.
By the way, okay, Destiny anti-fans, this is how you come off every single time you try to justify your hatred of Destiny, okay? Just so you know, every single time you talk about Destiny and about all the things that he has done and you're trying to get people to pay attention to him, this is how you come off. You sound so stupid. You sound so moronic. You sound so retarded, so utterly and beleagueredly retarded. There is something wrong with your brains, first and foremost. And you guys sound like you guys need to be institutionalized, okay? Hopefully you guys understand the way that you come off here, all right? Because if you think that this person is deranged for hating Dev this much, for pointing out all the consistencies or inconsistencies or whatever like that, this is the way you guys come off. Literally retarded. You're welcome.
Here's the clip from the Archcast itself. So since, here we go, I'm going to just do this. That's not the right thing. I will.
All good.
Where is it? Here we go. Let's show you.
Look, I struggle
on
with
the
all the
grounds that
clips
it
and
is
stuff
simply
too, so
far
you're
too
okay.
graphic for YouTube.
Yeah, people are saying Dev just called the family of the man who was murdered a liar. People are like jumping in on this now. You know what? Yeah, actually I am at this point. So
Ace!
You know what? Here,
Oh my god, Dev. When did Dev become based? Hello? I'm so used to him making me mad. Ow, what the fuck was that? What was that?
Oh, sorry,
Misaki?
sorry.
I
was
heard
a-
like a beeping.
That was a
Yeah.
beeping noise.
Yeah, okay. Alright, that fucking scared the shit out of me, dude.
Sorry.
put my foot in my mouth one final time. Because why the fuck not? Okay, Arch, you probably can't show it on stream, so don't worry about it because you'll just get your channel fucking nuked. But did you see the video? The alternate angle of the shooting when it came out?
Nope, I did not. I probably did, but I don't remember.
Uh-oh.
So there was another video from the crowd. I know Artemis saw it because Artemis and I talked about it. There's a video. There's another
Misaki
video
makes bombs.
of the shooting where you can actually see the firefighter who got shot, and he didn't jump onto his family to protect them. That didn't happen. He just got shot.
So that clip there, I believe, you would say that is Dev ultimately saying that you can physically see the firefighter getting shot, and that's why he's saying that the family lied. You can physically see the firefighter getting shot.
You
on the
don't need to
alternate
bring
Okay.
a defib. It's okay. I'm
You would agree that
bringing
that's ultimately what
a
Dev is
Venator
stating.
4
Dev is saying that he's putting his foot in his mouth and he's going to call the family
With
a liar,
heavy-
but
with
he
heavy
didn't actually
shields,
jump
okay?
on the thing, right? He
Okay,
didn't jump
I've
in.
got
that
medium.
The footage
Okay, sounds
shows
good.
he just got shot.
I'm going to give you a defib, okay?
So it physically shows the moment he got shot.
Hold on. I hear.
I want.
Yeah, can we replay that again? Because I'm not sure actually.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll do that again.
Because I wasn't looking at those specific details, but let's listen for it. I want to make sure we get accurate stuff here.
As a summary, that is what I'm getting at, is that he is claiming that this footage is graphic, which would imply that
That you probably shouldn't show it on stream. Yeah.
So it would then be, yes, he did just get shot, basically. Claim regarding this is video footage that he refuses to share with the general public on the grounds that it is simply far too graphic for YouTube.
Yeah, people are saying Dev just called the family of the man who was murdered a liar. People are like jumping in on this now. You know what? Yeah, actually I am at this point. So you know what? Here, I'll put my foot in my mouth one final time. Because why the fuck not? Okay, Arch, you probably can't show it on stream, so don't worry about it because you'll just get your channel fucking nuked. But did you see the video?
Literally, who cares? Wow, Dev is principled and fucking talks about an issue fairly. What? This must be such a crazy concept for you. Oh, wow. Yes, Corey Convitor. Yes, that entire thing was so fucking scuffed. And no, I don't feel bad for his death, actually. And then I remember, like, Dev had to go on, like, a fucking apology tour after this one. Like, because he actually genuinely felt bad. He felt bad, so then, like, he actually had to go on an apology. It's so cringe, whatever.
The alternate angle of the shooting when it came out.
Ready?
Nope, I did not.
Reach.
I probably did, but I don't remember.
So there was another video from the crowd. I know Artemis saw it because Artemis and I talked about it. There's a video. There's another video of the shooting where you can actually see the firefighter who got shot.
Okay, so he does say you can actually
He didn't
see.
jump onto his family to protect them. That didn't happen. He just got shot.
All right.
So yes, he says you can actually see the firefighter got
There's
shot, and
assembly.
he didn't jump on the family to protect them. That's what he
So
said. Yeah.
But yes, the point is he's taking up the position that the camera shows the firefighter the moment that he got hit.
It's showing, yeah, something like that. That's what
Basically, my
get
face
from
though.
that show.
Okay.
From that.
Good. Now that you've said that, we can move on to the actual clip because I've actually found it. It's not something that's going to get you banned off of YouTube because I've shown it before. So
Nice.
where is it? Here we go.
Okay.
And it's
Are
actually
you
really
sure it's not gonna get me
making
banned? Because if I do
progress.
get
I
banned
am-
because you showed this clip, I'm gonna be very angry at you.
then it'll be two of us because I've shown it before.
Okay, show me the clip. Go for it. Oh, what?
Sure.
Wait, nope. I'm on Twitch too. Sorry. I don't know the rules for Twitch. Not just
I
YouTube.
guess you could hide it from Twitch, but here, and it's actually from Dev's.
Here, just show it.
Specifically where he.
Yeah, just show it
Yeah,
to
I
me and I'll watch
remember
it off screen, so I don't show it on Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. So here it is. So this is the footage.
This way. Move.
Give me a second. You sent me a text. Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay, gang, you're gonna have to just trust me on what I see here.
All right.
Which one am I watching? There's two here.
So you're actually watching the first one that says, "quote Here's the angle. He passes behind somebody's head, so we don't see it happen." This is Dev saying this. So this is Dev admitting, no, the footage does not actually show the firefighter the moment he actually got hit.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the
Even
same
though-
question. Just real quick, I'm gonna ask the same question I did for the last. When was that Archcast stream? I'm looking at the date here. This is October 8th, 2024. When's the Archcast stream where he talks about it?
That was actually before. So the Archcast stream was before that. So let's actually find it for you.
Just the date. That's all I need.
The reason I don't talk to Ace is because he would dox me when he has a chance. He's insane. Yeah, I know he's insane. Wait, Misaki, do you have a Venator blueprint?
I don't.
Okay, Misaki, can you come over here and put this in your safe pocket real quick? Take it.
Yep.
Okay, put it in your safe pocket.
Thank you.
Careful. I hear sounds northwest. Oh,
Yep.
scared me.
All right. Let's actually see when I reported on it to give us a good rough estimate.
What the?
So
On the other
I
side.
first covered it myself, and oh yeah. So here's the Archcast thing, and I
We need
even
to
have a
move.
timestamp.
Our location is
Right.
compromised.
So the Archcast was from
Are they above? They're above, right?
I'm not sure.
the Archcast was from August
Shit.
the 24th of 2024, whereas the tweet itself was from October the 8th.
No, so that's not a lot of time, but he could have just been incorrect, right? And it's fine to be incorrect sometimes. We would agree that if you were just incorrect about a thing, that does not necessarily mean you are unprincipled. You just got it wrong. I get things wrong, right?
Right.
And you get things wrong. We all get
All right.
things wrong.
So then he'll have no problem doubling back and saying that he was wrong about the camera footage.
I mean, he should if he's actually wrong. I haven't watched the footage
because it is
specifically yet.
pretty
I think.
ghoulish, even if it was done by sheer accident, to suggest that the family lied about what their dad did when
I
the camera
saw-
footage that you're supposedly
Yep.
using to
Just
prove
ran
that
downstairs.
doesn't actually show the thing that you're claiming.
Yeah,
to
if he
show.
said that they
Because at
lied,
that
and
point,
hold on,
it
I'll
would
just give you my
suggest
stance here.
that
If
he's
he's
factually incorrect.
yeah, if
You
I may,
went this
if he
way.
said that they lied and it turns out he was wrong and they didn't lie,
Really?
then that's a black mark on him. That doesn't, however, make him unprincipled. It just makes him incorrect.
And the fact that he's still
Down-
he's openly saying
downstairs.
this in the tweet
Oh,
that
good
this is
one.
the footage that
Oh,
shows
fuck.
it, and he's still presenting it.
Oh.
Because here's the thing: if you look at the tweet, here's the old angle. He passes by
You
somebody's
have a
head, so we
smoke
don't see it
grenade?
happen based on the amount of time between
Hold on.
not noticing the first shots,
Hold on,
flying off
careful,
the crowd
David.
after getting shot. There's no
Down,
way he had
head
time to
down.
dive. So in this tweet, he's still trying to argue that the family lied about him. In that tweet, right then and there.
So that's when I left office. That was
Yeah,
the
but
I don't have a defib.
that's his evidence that he's presenting.
government
Oh.
Right? He's
Oh.
presenting like, hey, here's the
Yes,
video.
sir.
You don't-
Here's
you
where
don't have a
I think
defib?
it
Fuck,
shows
is he
that
dead?
he didn't have enough time to actually jump on them, and he
Wait,
might
he's
have gotten the
dead?
details wrong about what the
Yeah,
video
both.
actually showed. But he's presenting evidence here. I haven't like gone through this evidence to see if I agree with him or not, right?
Fuck, I'm not
But
good with the
and
Venator. I don't know
personally
why. It's supposed to be
wouldn't bring up this
cracked.
topic of conversation pretty much at all, right? Because it's, even if they were wrong and trying to valorize the family was trying to valorize their dead dad. I understand that, and I just kind of let it be. But like that doesn't make
Here,
him.
can you take this?
That doesn't even make him
this.
incorrect if he's correct here. I don't know. I haven't analyzed the footage, right? But like this idea that he's unprincipled for doing this, as far as I understand, Dev doesn't have a principle that you shouldn't like.
Fuck was
or you
that?
should give a family grace if they're someone around them's been murdered, or you shouldn't mock.
Wait, defib. Why are you guys like, dude? Okay, that was funny. To be honest, okay, I was shocked. I was surprised. Okay, fine, fair enough. Oh, I really like the lanterns on your backs. Actually, it's cute.
Well, good game. Good luck on your next one.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that. Bye. See ya. Back to Sabranza with you. Okay. No, okay, that was weird.
Right.
What am I supposed to? I'm speechless. Okay, whatever. Continuing. That's fucking scared the shit out of me.
I have the principle, and I've argued this on my channel, that we shouldn't mock Charlie Kirk's death. We shouldn't mock the death of our enemies, even if they're really, really bad. And I've had debates about that on my show. Dev simply might not have that principle.
Deadline Blueprint, do you have that?
He's pretty okay with some shock jock humor type shit.
I do, I think.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
He does have the principle, though, of waiting until he gets all the facts right, or he claims to, anyways.
Oh, wait, maybe not.
Getting something this flawed and saying that it conclusively proves that the family
Oh,
was
great,
lying does
another
actually
one.
go against the principle of waiting until all the facts come out, which he's been so big on
have
claiming
it.
prior. So he is actually still
my
acting on principle here.
God,
It's just a
can we
different
not?
principle at that point, but he is still, in fact, acting
Well,
on
what
principle.
what other facts have come out that show that incorrect? That his take is incorrect? Do we
Well,
have a video of him?
Like, we're just
actually
gonna
jumping
end
on
up with a
family?
pile of dead bodies here.
I haven't seen
I mean,
it.
I did just show you footage of him claiming that the family were liars and that that the dad just got shot. So there is that right off the bat.
Hold on, hold on. Let me watch it. It's 30 seconds long.
Arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then
Got 25
the
seconds.
worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country.
It's at an
Probably
all-time
20
high.
million people.
And it seems to
And
me
that's
that
a little
if
bit
you're
old.
going to accuse a
That
family of
show's a
lying, then
couple
it's
of months
burden
old.
of proof is
If
on you
you
to
want to
actually
really
prove
see
that.
something to say,
If he can't prove that with this footage, then he can't prove that with this footage.
Oh shit.
Oh, Krakow.
I don't see, at least in the first clip. Hold on, I can actually show this on screen. I don't know why anyone was telling me I can't. So let me share it
Yeah, that's
with
a good
you.
question, isn't it? Why Dev thought it wouldn't be allowed to be
Are
shown.
they?
Well, hold on. Dev didn't tell me that.
I don't know.
Parallax told me that. One of my
Oh.
mods in Twitch chat. So if you're gonna
Someone
blame
shoot
anyone
you?
for that, Parallax, right? Oh, I guess he did say it on V stream, but V stream was before he got this clip, so he might not have
V-Stream?
been talking about the same clip.
I
V-Stream?
have a
I'm
kettle.
sorry.
Four.
Archcast.
I don't like
My bad.
kettles though.
My bad. But yeah, we could just watch the clip together.
Oh,
We don't
Krakow?
have to.
Yeah, I know.
Oh shit. Where's that?
It's,
That wasn't me.
like I said, the clip physically does not actually
Oh,
show the
behind
man
you.
getting hit,
In there.
despite that being what
Guys, take a
Dev
look
was
at
claiming
Take a
previously.
look at the arrow on the
The
bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's
You can
why
skip
that
ahead to
was
maybe
the lowest
30
point,
seconds
and that
left,
comes
or
right
10
from
or,
the-
Yeah.
or 30 seconds because
Okay.
Nice.
the actual relevant footage is only 4 seconds.
Careful, don't stand near the jolt mine.
Yeah, I skipped ahead.
Your own jolt mine can shock you.
Take a look what happened.
Yeah.
Go down wall!
Yeah, I can't see this. This doesn't disprove his claim.
Well, his claim was that the family definitively lied and that the camera footage
Well, he said he
proved
lied,
that
and this is evidence he's putting. I agree that he should provide more
I'm back up.
evidence, but
and the burden of
it
proof
doesn't.
is on him to prove that they're lying. And this,
Yeah, I understand that, but if he thinks
Done.
they're lying, and this is his evidence, you could
Okay.
say, I
Oh,
don't think that's
fuck.
sufficient evidence to declare them definitive as liars, and that's
Coming.
a fair stance to have. But he may have a
It's
lower
down,
bar of
it's down.
evidence for that.
Is there any more?
I don't
There-
know.
I
may
think
have
there
a lower
has to
bar
be
of
one more,
evidence.
right?
Even-
Yeah,
so
he absolutely
footage-
might have a lower bar of
Two.
evidence.
That's that guy and that
Very
guy.
which includes footage that does
Okay,
not actually show
thanks.
the things he claims it shows.
Oh yep.
Again,
Someone's there.
you
Oh, there's another
referenced
one,
the
another one.
Archcast, which was a couple
Gotcha.
weeks, at least.
Oh, wow,
maybe
thanks,
even a month before
Masaki.
this. He may have been either
For a
A,
jolt line.
misremembering the clip, B, talking about a different clip that he's
Good
not showing
one.
here, or C, simply
Oh,
just
shit.
Oh shit.
wrong.
Shit.
I'm
And
coming.
none of those things means he's lying.
Oh,
none of
fuck.
those things means he's unprincipled.
I put a
He may
jolt
have
mine
just been a
there.
little too quick on the trigger.
I
One of the
blew
things
up.
that I wanted to talk to you about, actually, and we'll
Okay.
bring this up now.
Actually, before we do this, I got one more
Nice.
example to bring.
Okay, but
It's one of my favorites, anyways.
Okay,
so
but-
we'll just do this.
okay.
All right.
Chat, remind me. Okay, chat, remind me what I was about to say, or else I'll forget. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. So there's this tweet here, this tweet thread.
Let me know
here.
if he's trying to finish you.
I'm just going to provide this to you in full
Yep.
so you can see it.
Sure. Then I can.
Now this is from 2024.
Oh shit! It's a
surrendered.
whole thing. I gotta zoom in.
Where?
Yeah,
Ping,
that's
ping,
fine, that's
ping,
fine.
ping.
Oh,
So
my
No, the guy you shot
see
surrendered.
at not V at the Archcast.
What?
This is what I mean by dev derangement syndrome
What do you
because it
mean?
absolutely exists. People are out
Hello?
here creating fake lore about me because they're too incompetent and too
What do you
brain
mean?
rotted to deal with my actual stated positions. I was never pro lockdown.
The guy that
V responds, you'd vote for
Lockdowns
Biden who is
surrendered.
pro lockdowns. Dev, yes, because
Wait,
there is
there's
a,
another
not a
person
perfect
somewhere,
candidate who
right?
does all the things I want and other things I don't.
I'm not sure.
Clown World's man, the vax mandates, hard lockdowns weren't just imperfect, they were evil.
Asaki, you need to
Dev,
speak
someone's
louder. I
trying
can't
to
hear
steal
you.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
election, which is why
Oh,
I would
sorry.
not support Trump.
I can't
Hey,
hear you.
remember when you
Whatever
admitted
you're
the FBI was
saying.
trying to steal the election in favor of Biden, but tried to defend the integrity of the election by saying the attempt failed? Why are you defending the Biden presidency now? And it's a quote tweet of Dev from August the 26th of 2023, stating, no, my argument is that the attempt to mess with the election failed, so the election is still legitimate. We're not talking about if the FBI is innocent. We're talking about the bloody, and that's where it trails off there.
28.
Clown World's man. Now, wait a minute. You
That's
mean
my
just Just last year,
durability.
you told him about corrupt behavior from a very important government agency, and he accepted it. But memory hold it and continues to this day defending the government against arguments that it's corrupt with any possible woo. Thanks for that, Ace. I won't go into any detail, but that one drive-by post was very insightful given the discussion happening over the last few weeks and what I've seen. This is just a
What were you just out of
this morning?
Nice, good
problem
one.
with a different
Yes.
IQ threshold, waste of time. Dev replies, the
specialty.
court has indeed found that the FBI overstepped its authority in its dealings with Twitter. I reply,
No.
indeed, and in
She
favor of
uses the
Biden no
same
less so.
ammo.
So the question becomes why you are defending the Biden presidency with
going in.
whataboutism fallacies, and especially
Just in
when you
case.
yourself admit that whataboutism in question is something the Biden camp has done on top of other evil stuff. Dev replies with, because when Biden does something good, I'm still going to
Gotta
call it
loot the
good.
bodies.
I reply with, so your entire argument is that you think Biden has done more evil
Person have 3
than Trump due to
defibs.
Biden both trying to steal an election and the vax mandates, but has also done more good than Trump. This is the second time I've asked you to provide examples of the good, and here's the first.
Okay,
Now,
so a couple of responses.
there's more. Now, there's something else to add to this, and that is the fact that Dev claims this whole thing was taken out of context, that this wasn't the whole conversation.
Sure.
So let's see.
Well, before we get into that, though, because
No,
there's a
that was
lot
something.
to go through this. Okay, man. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot
we
that I
will,
think
we
you're framing in a very weird way, and I want to get clarification. So I
We
understand.
shall.
Right? Does that make sense?
But here's, yeah, that's fine. And I've got the tweet here where Dev says, because people have been posting this image out. Here's a tweet from Dev saying, and I quote, "Of course it doesn't. It's not the whole convo." So there's that right
Where do
there.
we need to go?
And so yeah, you
I'm
can see
all
that he very
uncovered,
clearly is
fuck.
claiming that this is being taken out of context. That's not even the whole conversation. You would agree that Dev is making that
Right
claim,
on.
correct? That this is not the whole conversation.
And it's not, because you provide a screenshot of half a tweet in there from 2023 where I can't see what he's saying there. I have to look up the tweet. So you're providing snippets of a conversation, not the whole thing.
Except here's the problem. It was the entire thread from beginning to end. And you can actually see it because here's the thread right now in its full glory.
Right.
Here it is. I did not remove any tweets from this thread at all. So the fact
All
that
right,
Dev
let's
tried to
go
claim
here.
that this isn't the entire conversation, that is actually a bold-faced lie at that point. Because
job,
he's
by the
claiming it's
way.
not the whole conversation,
You
but it's
did
in
good.
all the
Again, you're
tweets from the entire
referencing
thread.
a previous conversation. Well, I'll just show my little viewers here.
I just
I
read
thought there was
around.
somebody there.
So originally,
Jesus. Oh,
this is the screenshot he provided me. You guys saw it. It's in white background. That's why you can say it's from him. And it goes through, and we went through that together. No need to go through it again. But it goes through all these tweets and things like that. The problem I'm having here is, I don't think you can see it, but when you quote tweet his tweet from 2023 in this screenshot, I cannot go and look at it. So in that other tweet that you just
Sure, here you
provided me
go.
from Artemis Fowl,
Here you go.
he doesn't link. Let me finish. He doesn't link to the actual thread. He links to your tweet about it, which is that screenshot that you showed me. So I can't look on this screenshot about all the other things that are going on. Like, for example, for Dev, it says he has got 8 replies to this, right? Are there other people who are replying to it that he's clarifying his positions? I don't know. And because I can't explore that, you might be completely correct in what you're saying, but I cannot tell that simply from the screenshot. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So to be clear, this entire thread,
Damn.
you're trying to argue that this is
I'm dropping.
in fact him being honest, that it's not the whole conversation.
He
because
might be
other-
honest, he might be
Okay.
not. I can't tell who's lying because it's not the entire conversation.
Run down here. Run. Just run.
All right.
Just book it. Book it.
Because
book it,
again,
book it,
you
book
link,
it, book it.
which I can look at right now that you've given me the actual thread, and I can go to the actual thread and I can look at the tweet you're quote tweeting, that I can look at
Yeah.
it and look through and see what you were discussing at the time, right?
Bullying.
But in that screenshot of it,
Take
that's just
positions?
not the complete picture.
Except, okay, so let's actually go through all of them since you want to. We'll go through every single tweet.
I don't think we
every
have
single
to for my point,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
can if you like.
Yeah, we should. Since you want to argue that there is some hidden context.
I'm saying
somehow
that you
proves
can't
this,
tell
even
from
though
that
it includes the
screenshot
entire-
whether there's hidden context or not.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I'm saying you can't tell from that screenshot whether there's hidden context or not because it's not interactive and I can't look. That's the only claim I'm making. I haven't
So
had
your
time
okay,
to go
so
through the
your
thread.
entire
Just let me
argument-
finish before you tell me my argument. I'll just tell you it. My argument is I don't have the time, because you've just shown me this, to check to see if it's accurate information or not. But what I can tell you is that it's not complete information from that screenshot, because if you go to the actual thread, there's interactive elements that are not there in the screen.
Wait, why the fuck is like... why the fuck is Ace so fixated on Wick anyway? I'm hitting it. Like, cover me.
Yep.
Why is he so fixated on it? Because it just makes no sense. Like, is Wick TV like the equivalent of Foodshops to Dev? To Dev's allegations? Or Dev's like fucking crimes or something? Like, Wick TV isn't making video after video of defending Dev, right? Like, this isn't some kind of thing. Why is Food so soft spoken? What do you mean? I'm always like this. I don't know what you're talking about.
Screenshot, and the one that I can look at right off the bat is the quote tweet that you're putting forward in that screenshot. I can't click on that and see what the entirety of what he said. Now, again, I can now, but I haven't had time, obviously, because I'm talking with you, to go through every single bits of this. It may very well be that he's misrepresenting
Good
the
job.
conversation,
We kill them and we get to savor their screams.
right? But I cannot tell that from the evidence that you provided. Does that make sense?
Yes, your argument is an argument from ignorance fallacy. Convenient.
How
The firefighter's family should have brought a defib. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Was that a fallacy?
Because your entire argument is, well, I don't know. It could be this or could be
Yes.
that, which is what an argument for
The reason,
ignorance
yes,
and
but the
fallacy
reason
is.
I don't know and I can no longer trust your representation of these things is because you misrepresented me. I'm not saying you did it on purpose earlier in this conversation. So you recognize that you've gotten things wrong, even in the discussion we've just had with me. So in order to verify what you're saying is true, yes, I'm not going to trust you. I have to look and see. I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
And you've misrepresented me already.
Perhaps I have, right? And that's.
So
I'm just curious where I misrepresented you, though.
You were misrepresented the whole. Well, for example, with regards to the footage, you tried to say that it was.
Careful, Wick. This guy's like mentally ill. All right. Corey had a defib on him. Oh yeah, fuck. He forgot to split the defibs. He forgot to split the defibs when he deployed into Trump's rally.
Just Ahmad and not Dev saying it too. When I pointed out that no, Dev said it.
Bro was it was a special event, okay?
The Archcast video. So that is technically misrepresentation on your part.
I corrected myself when you showed.
I corrected myself. So
no, but I corrected myself immediately. I said if you're referring to, and we can go back and play that again if you'd like, right? But trust me on this, if you may, right? But when you initially said that, I said, well, one of my mods said I shouldn't play it on Twitch because I get banned, and that's true. Parallax did say that. I could show you the quote of that, but I had forgotten, and then I remembered as I was speaking that, oh yeah, on V's cast is what I called it, but it was Archcast. Sorry, Archcast or V. I don't know who you are, but I didn't mean to mix you up, right? On that other stream, they had immediately, right? He had also said that, and it came to mind pretty much immediately. I don't think there was too big of a gap between these things. But back to the ignorance fallacy, right? Like, this isn't a fallacy. Like, a fallacy is something that doesn't actually happen, right? But yes, I do not know I don't know what is said there, so I can't speak to it. And I think that's a very reasonable position to have.
All right, here we go. Okay, so is argument from ignorance a fallacy? And I'm quoting Google's AI here. So I'll just do this.
Hey.
And I will provide it here for you. So, yes, the argument from ignorance, or argumentum ad ignorantiam, is an informal logical fallacy that claims something is true because it hasn't been proven false, or false because it hasn't been proven true. Relying on a lack of evidence rather than actual proof, it's fallacious because absence of evidence is not evidence of absence, meaning a lack of proof for one side doesn't automatically validate the other.
Yes, but
so,
unfortunately for you, I did not make a truth claim. I said I cannot tell. So I am not doing the ignorance fallacy. If I was doing the ignorance fallacy, what I would say is it is true that Dev was correct and you were wrong because we can't ever prove one or the way or the other. But I did not say that, nor did I argue that. My argument, sir, is that I don't know who is right or wrong. I cannot tell because I have not had a chance to go through all the information. That's not an argument from ignorance fallacy. That is, again, because I'm not making a truth claim.
I mean, you kind of did because you did actually
what was
say,
the truth claim I made?
You claimed we can't conclusively prove that Dev was lying when he said this is not the whole convo. So that is you making a claim that we cannot conclusively prove that. And that
I know, I said I can't
that
tell.
actually does. Yes, that is okay. So that's a distinction without a difference because it still leads you to arguing. Yes, because it is still leading you to arguing that you claim that we cannot conclusively prove at this time because of a lack of evidence, and that is taking up the position to try to defend Dev in your stream where you're claiming that you're defending.
Yeah,
Dev
I am defending Dev because you keep calling him unprincipled. But my whole point is, and this is what I wanted to bring up before you brought the example, is it's very possible in the years he's been doing content that he has lied, that he has done something that goes against his principles. But I guess my question for you, sir, is what?
I haven't lied. I haven't lied to any of you guys, okay? Just so you know that. Meanwhile, if it's normal for people to lie about things, listen, okay? I don't lie. Sorry, that's just how I am.
One instance of that enough to prove or claim or even suggest that someone lacks principles or is unprincipled in general? If someone lies once but is truthful 10,000 times, is that sufficient for you to label them a liar? And for me, it's not. It just isn't. It's not enough. Like, because we all make mistakes, we're all human, I think you would agree. Like, we all do things that we shouldn't do on occasion, and we all have things we regret, we all have sins we commit, we want to go religious with it, right? I don't necessarily think that's enough to label someone as unprincipled or a liar. You'd have to show me kind of a habit of behavior.
Oh, I already have provided 3 separate examples that you've used argument from ignorance to try to shut down. But to provide another example that's available in that one tweet thread that I provided, remember when it said, quote, hey, remember when you admitted...
Bro, somebody has to tell me what the fuck, like, Dev did to make him this pissed off. Like seriously, did like was his girlfriend like fucked by Dev or something? Like, what is going on? This is not normal. Hello?
I can just look.
No. I'm reading the tweet.
Oh, sure.
So when I said, "Hey, remember when you admitted the
Did
FBI
Dev
was trying
take
to steal
his
the election in favor of Biden, but
chaser
trying to defend the integrity of the election by saying
stash,
the attempt failed, why are
or
you defending the Biden presidency now?" And the quote tweet, the information that is available, saying, "No, my argument is that the attempt to mess with the election failed, so the election is still legitimate." And then after Clown World's man replied twice, Dev replies with, "Quote: The court has indeed found that the FBI overstepped into authority in its dealings with Twitter." So that is Dev.
Is that your claim? Just I know this is a bit of a side, but is that what you're referring to?
Oh,
Because I
someone's
wasn't
there.
sure what you were
Someone's there.
referring to. Are you referring to the FBI's questioning or asking Twitter to take things down? Are you referring to that as stealing the election? Is that your claim?
So the suppression of the Hunter Biden laptop story, yes, this is in reference to.
Do you know
that,
how long
and Dev is
that was
admitting-
repressed?
You're interrupting me, please.
I am, but I'm just curious for the.
Yes, I know. I know it was suppressed for a day, and that is not really that important now, is it?
I think it matters when you're claiming that the FBI is stealing the election.
Well, I mean, at that point, Wick, what you're doing is you're arguing that it's okay for the FBI to mess with the election so long as the messing with the election bit is only for a day, bro. And by that standard, you support Jan 6 because that only lasted a day too.
Do you think that these are remotely comparable?
Yes, because they're both because you consider Jan 6 to be an attempt to mess with the election, and the suppression
Well, it's not
of
just
the
a Jan
Biden
6.
laptop story is also an attempt to mess with the election, at least according to Dev here.
Hold on.
Both of
to
them
be clear,
last exactly one day,
Sure.
and therefore, as a result, yes, they are comparable.
Well, you're wrong, because January 6th was a culmination of over a month, weeks at least, activity. It was the final, attempt, if you will. It was a final bit in a whole last attempt that lasted weeks, where you had them actively planning to put forth fraudulent electors up to and have Pence say, "Hey, we're not going to certify the election, and we're going to look at these because there's these other electors that are in position, and how can we know which one is fraudulent, which one is true?" And that was the gist of the plan. I'm sorry, Destiny could probably explain it better than me, right? But as I understand it, that's kind of the gist of the plan. That took weeks. That was weeks in the making, right?
So was the suppression of the Hunter Biden laptop story, because the FBI spent months in advance pre-prepping all these social media companies to be out and aware.
They didn't know about the Hunter Biden laptop story for weeks.
The FBI knew about it since 2019, if I remember correctly from the record. So yes, they did.
They knew that they were going to report on it, right?
They knew that, yes, the Hunter Biden laptop story was a thing, that the laptop was real. They had possession of it. You had the Aspen Institute, which, by the way, happens to be staffed with former high-ranking FBI members, especially on the cybersecurity team, do a supposed war game with various social media companies about a potential hack and dump operation in October. They did this in September. It was a hack and dump operation involving Hunter Biden and electronic devices, suggesting corruption within the Biden family. So it's and then on top of that, right after this came out, you had dozens of former government agents who still had security.
Yeah, who was president in 2019? Out of curiosity.
Donald Trump. And
interesting. So Donald Trump's FBI did this?
Are you suggesting that the U.S. government is a monolith that all stood behind Trump at the same time?
I'm suggesting.
Oh, but somehow we can do the same for Joe Biden and Obama? Yeah, give me a break, okay? You're a fucking dishonest hack, and you're fucking weirdly obsessed with Dev. Like, I'm not sure if you want to fuck him, his girlfriend, or, like, Dev has fucked your girlfriend before, okay? You're absolutely so fucking cringe. Also, you pinged me on Twitter before for, like, what? Like, being associated with Dev? Like, who the fuck cares, man? Also, who cares? I literally make fun of Dev all the fucking time. Shouldn't we be on the same side? But instead, you're just being just like fucking cringe anti-fan shit. Sorry, what? What'd you say?
There's a dead raider here.
Oh shit, yeah, coming.
That is much more likely that they would obey Trump than someone who wasn't in office at the time.
I mean,
just from a likelihood perspective. But this is we're look. I didn't come here to debate you on the laptop thing. We can at some later date when I have all my ducks in a row on that. But I was just curious.
I mean,
it was just an
you're still trying
aside.
to argue that
what
the
you
government
meant
was a monolith that stood behind Trump. That the government agents, that every single government agent was somehow loyal to Trump back in 2020.
Well, we don't require loyalty to the executive, first of all, and second
Correct,
of all,
we don't.
I think
and
that
therefore
the
it's weird
executive
that you
branch,
should try
however,
to focus on that as being some sort of gotcha.
However,
that the FBI didn't do this. It's weird and extreme of you to try to argue that.
Extreme of me? I don't know if it's extreme of me.
Yes, it is.
Is it weird?
It is actually quite. Yes, it is weird and extreme because you're trying to argue that every single government agent was somehow loyal to Trump.
You're trying to argue that every single government agent was trying to undermine him.
I did not. I don't need to prove every single agent tried to undermine him. I just need to just suggest that a handful of them did.
Yes, but
and that's a big difference, man.
I don't think you have evidence of that.
All right, let's ask Grok since I did actually do that.
Let's ask Grok. No, let's get evidence.
Looking at the evidence surrounding the suppression of the Hunter Biden laptop story, is it more likely that it was censored at the behest of the members of the government to help Biden win 2020, or is it more likely that it was purely coincidental?
Someone again.
In October 2020, the New York Post published a
Oh my
story
god,
emails
fuck
files from a
me.
laptop allegedly
Just when a pop got
which had been
me,
left at a
really?
Delaware repair shop. The article suggested potential influence peddling involving Hunter Biden's business dealings in Ukraine and elsewhere, implicating then candidate Joe Biden. Social media platforms like Twitter, now X, and Facebook quickly restricted sharing of the story. Twitter blocked the links and locked the post account, citing citing its hacked materials policy while Facebook limited its visibility. Pending fact-checking, the suppression occurred weeks before November 2020 election, raising concerns about whether it was deliberate interference or a coincidental application of platform policies. The laptop's contents were later authenticated by outlets like the New York Times and Washington Post in 2022, confirming they were not fabricated. However, the initial suppression prevented widespread dissemination during a critical period. To assess whether this was at the behest of government members to aid Biden's campaign or merely coincidental, I'll examine the evidence in a balanced way, drawing from congressional investigations, testimony, internal documents, and public statements. This is not exhaustive, but focused on key facts. Multiple sources indicate evidence suggesting intentional government.
This guy is like literally the definition of the nerd glasses pointing up emoji. Oh my god, so cringe.
Government or campaign involvement. Multiple sources indicate coordination between elements of the U.S. intelligence aid community, IC, the FBI, the Biden campaign.
I never thought it would be possible to mansplain to Wick, but here we are.
And social media platforms, which contributed to the story suppression. The FBI seized the laptop in December 2019 and knew by 2020 that it was authentic, e.g. via serial number and iCloud verification. Despite this, FBI's Foreign Intelligence Task Force warned tech companies, including Facebook and Twitter, about a potential Russian hacking leak operation.
I don't know why you're reading Grok to me right now. I just don't know why you're reading Grok to me.
This priming led platforms to view the post story as possible disinformation. When the platforms asked the FBI directly if the
Ace is a prison security guard? Oh, like he works in ICE? You realize, like, I'm just gonna say...
laptop was Russian disinformation, FBI officials refused to comment, despite internal knowledge it was real.
God, this guy is, like, literally... Bro, if this guy was a moderate, not even Wick can appeal to him, okay?
Laura Dentlow, head of the FITF, testified that the FBI stopped sharing information after the story broke, allowing suppression to proceed. Mark Zuckerberg later confirmed on Joe Rogan's podcast that Facebook's decision to limit the story was influenced by the FBI's warning, the 51 spies letter in Biden campaign role. In October 19, 2020, 51 former IC officials, including ex-CIA director and DNI John Ratcliffe's predecessors, signed a letter claiming the laptop story had all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. Joe Biden cited this during a debate to deflect questions. Investigations revealed the letter was prompted by Anthony Blinken, then a Biden campaign advisor, now Secretary.
Nobody asked for this yappuccino. Holy shit. Nobody asked for this lecture. Nobody cares, okay? Like, isn't there, like, some sister that you need to fuck in some trailer somewhere? Like, Jesus.
How much we got left, brother?
Who contacted former CIA Deputy Director Mike
You understand I'm not listening to any of this
The goal was to provide
I already told you I'm not
talking
going to.
points for the debate. Some signatories were active CIA contractors and CIA leadership, including Director Gina Haspel, was aware of the letter before publication. House Republicans called it a political operation to elect Biden. Platform motivations and perceived pressure. Internal Facebook messages show executive...
God, this guy is so embarrassing. Oh my god. I can't imagine living a day in his shoes.
discussing how suppressing the story could color relations with the incoming Biden administration. One employee noted the company had met with the government for years to prepare for election interference. The Twitter files, internal docs released by Elon Musk, showed Biden campaign requests to remove content, though not directly the laptop story. However, the FBI warnings and the IC letter amplified suppression. A 2023 House Judiciary Committee report accused the FBI of misleading platforms leading censorship, potential election impact. Polls, e.g. a 2022 survey, found 79% of respondents believe truthful coverage could have changed the election outcome, with 47% saying the knowledge of the laptop's authenticity would have altered their vote. Whistleblowers allege the FBI slowed its Hunter Biden probe pre-election.
But he was reading this live? Yes? Hello? Yes, he is. He's reading this live.
These elements suggest a pattern. The FBI and IC knew the laptop was real, but used warnings and silence to enable suppression, while the Biden campaign leveraged ex-officials to discredit it. Evidence suggesting it was coincidental or platform-driven. And since I'm going to be fair, I'm going to read both sets of evidence.
Oh, please don't. Please, God, please stop, because none of this matters. Oh, God, none of this matters. None of this is something I'm going to accept. I don't accept information from AI. Oh, you're just like, oh my God, let me go ask my buddy down the street what he thinks of Trump and fucking the FBI and listen to them.
Policy, not government pressure. They denied campaign involvement in the suppression, in the specific suppression. Journalists...
Okay. We're going to mute him because fuck that noise, and I went on way too long. Here's the deal, right? At the end of the day, none of that has anything to do with what we're talking about. And I think the dishonest nature of him coming in and saying, aha, this FBI laptop story, I'm going to read Grok about it. If I wanted to read Grok about it, I'd go check Grok about it. Okay, let's see if he's done.
Even if the laptop itself was...
He's not done. He's still going. He's still yapping, right? I can type in anything, really, I want to Grok as a prompt, and we can have I can just read out for 20 minutes. What he's saying. Is he done yet?
Weighing the evidence, it appears more likely.
No, he's not. Jesus Christ. What is this? I want to have a discussion about Dev. But I do think that this kind of is proof positive. He's got nothing on Dev, right?
Authenticity, combined with the campaign orchestrated IC letter.
Nope, still going. Damn. But yeah, if he had something on dev, he'd provide it. And I'm waiting for him to provide it. Like, he's got all these examples, but none of them work for him.
Support this view, though partisan divides mean interpretations
Is it
vary.
good content?
If new evidence emerges, e.g. from ongoing lawsuits like Murphy versus Missouri, this could shift. For now, the pattern points to interference, not happenstance.
You understand I muted you for half of that, right?
Yeah, that just means that you can't address any of it, and I'm fine with that.
You know what? I'm willing to let this exchange stand on its own as well, right? But to my point that I was making while you were yapping, is that I think that one of the issues
Bro, it's over if Wick is saying that you're the yapper, okay? Like, if Wick ever says that you're the yapper, I think it's time to log off and rethink your life, okay? Because clearly, if Wick is the one calling you a yapper, you're doing something wrong here, okay?
I'm having, and you've yet to disprove this, is I'm looking for examples of unprincipled behavior by Dev, and what you've given me hasn't shown that. Like, you've given me, for example, him saying he banned you or didn't ban you, but we've already established that he probably forgot. It was months between when that happened and when the Archcast was shown. You also provided me a link to him talking about Corey Competor's family, and while I might have issues of...
VC was cancer today?
Even top 10.
What's going on, Chance?
In Canada, like, the whole fucking line that, like, the Conservative Party is basically MAGA North is like a big fucking campaign point. So it came up a lot. So that's why we're talking about it at all.
Yeah.
Okay, I have no idea what's going on.
What he said there and might not agree with his stance there, that's far from being unprincipled or lying or anything like that. And then just now you showed me a conversation with him where he agrees with you that the FBI tried to interfere with the election, which I disagree with you, and I disagree with him on that, if that's his actual position here. But I don't think that that's dispositive of him being unprincipled or lying.
Cool, so you see nothing unprincipled about Dev defending election fraud if it's the Democrats that do it. You see nothing unprincipled about that.
Can you repeat that, please?
You see nothing unprincipled about Dev defending election fraud, trying to steal an election or mess with an election, so long as it's the Democrats that do it.
I don't think he defended the fraud. He was simply claiming, and you can disagree with this claim, that Trump is worse.
Yes, because of the Eastman memo, but somehow Biden is acceptable for, even though he believed that Biden tried to mess with the election.
You obviously disagree with his stance here, but that does not mean his stance is unprincipled.
Yes,
like,
it is,
I'll give you an example. I'm against violence.
It's okay with Biden trying to steal the election, but if Trump did the Eastman memo, that's unforgivable to him. That is a two-tiered justice system.
No, it's not. Just like if I punch you in the face, you're going to have different consequences for me than if I shoot you in the face. They're both violence, right? They're both forms of harm to other people, but the results of what that harm does and how that processes are completely different. We would never consider these things the same action. And I can say, well, if I had to choose between someone punching me in the face and someone shooting me in the face, I'm going to choose someone punching me in the face. And I would never accept someone saying, oh, so you choose someone punching you in the face over someone shooting you in the face? You're defending the guy who would punch faces? They're the same. They're both violent. I would laugh that person out of the room, as anyone would.
Right now, you're trying to argue that one form of election fraud is not as bad, and therefore you're defending that form of election fraud by claiming it's
obviously okay. Yes.
So you
obviously yes. There are different levels to these things.
In your eyes, so long as the Democrats do it. Congratulations.
No, that is not what I said. Why are you lying continuously about what I say? I thought you merely messed up earlier, but now I'm changing my mind because I'm getting more evidence. I am thinking you lied about what I said earlier because you're lying again now about what I am saying. I am not saying it's okay when the Democrats do it, and I'll defend everything the Democrats do.
I'm going to mute you now, and then I'm going to talk over you. Congratulations.
Go ahead. Talk away.
Actually, I'm not, because I have more principles than you on that. Sorry.
Do you? On interrupting? Maybe. I don't find it a flaw to interrupt someone who's lying about me. Yes, I think I will continue to do that.
Wait. So you're saying I didn't lie, that you didn't lie. So you're saying that you never said that being punched in the face is not as bad as getting shot in the face.
Hold on. What do you think that I'm accusing you of lying about? Because you said that I will defend.
Why are we here? Just to suffer?
Things, if fraud, specifically, if the Democrats do it. And I'm asking you where I've defended that.
When you tried to say that the Democrat fraud is only comparable to being punched in the face as opposed to the Republican fraud being comparable to being shot in the face.
I disagree with you and Dev, if you listened beforehand, that these were fraud in the first place.
You lied about that, and you're lying about this now, man.
I'm not. We can go back and look at the tape.
It's also like how you tried to lie by saying that ICE agent didn't get hit.
I'm bringing a legendary weapon. Keep me alive.
In those previous Twitter posts, and then
he probably didn't. But if you read my post, I say that I am not high confidence on whether he got hit or not. It looks like he didn't, based on the New York Times coverage of it, but it's very possible that he did.
Also, I'm bringing a level 4 Bobcat.
Oh my god.
My Lodo is 87,000.
All right, so that's the thing. The fact that you're now demanding that the government violate HIPAA just to prove that he had sustained injuries And I've got the tweet right here, man. So I'm going to show
Okay,
it to you.
show the tweet on screen. Let's go through it. Show it on
All
both
right.
our screens. Share your screen, buddy.
I would be more inclined to believe this if A,
What'd you say?
You have a spare DPIP?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
they had released medical report corroborating. B, they hadn't spent last week lying constantly about this event.
Oh.
So the right-wing narrative on this collapsed almost instantly. They've been trying to resuscitate it ever since. Right now, it's 2 U.S. officials got briefed. So in other words, you want the medical reports released. This is
I want something
demanding
more
that the government-
trustworthy than that. Yes.
This is
It
you
doesn't have to
demanding
be
that they
medical
violate HIPAA.
Hold on.
This is- no,
Do you think
said
it's a
medical-
violation of HIPAA if I say, hey, I got injured, I want the public to know about my injury, here, tell them about my injury? Is that a HIPAA violation?
If it's medical reports, yes.
No, it is not, because the
No,
individual who is
Grok.
injured can absolutely make it okay to release their records to the public.
All right, hold on.
Do you disagree?
Yeah, they can, but you're not
Okay,
saying
so
that.
that's
No,
what
you
I'm
said
asking
they.
for. I'm
You
asking
said
the man who is injured to provide that information to us.
All right, hold on. Let me ask.
Hold on, so you recognize that you were incorrect when saying that I'm calling for an HIPAA violation? You will
No, you're
admit
just lying
that?
about that. No, you're lying.
Okay,
Because
well,
you
show
said
me how I'm lying, because you have yet to do that.
They said you said they, not him, not an
he's
individual person.
freaking
You
out,
said
guys.
they, as in the U.S. government. And other people pointed this out too.
They?
The fact that you still think that
They,
it is
them?
reasonable to demand a person sign away their HIPAA, or that the government violate the HIPAA, though, is still ridiculous and a case of dishonesty on your part, because you've set the bar so ridiculously high.
That's
that
not
you
a
will
high
deny
bar.
Absolutely. Demanding that HIPAA be violated absolutely is a high bar.
I'm not demanding HIPAA be violated.
Being an extremist.
I am not demanding HIPAA be violated, and the fact that you are trying to suggest that I am shows that you're fundamentally a dishonest person, because there are steps you would acknowledge that the government or the individual, any of those
Bad
people
faith
can
alert.
take
Bad
that would release
faith.
that information that wouldn't violate HIPAA. You've already conceded to that point, and when you conceded that the individual can sign away their sign a permission form or give verbal consent for the organization, the individual, or the hospital, or the government to release their information. So I am asking for that. I'm not asking for any rules to be broken, for any violations of anything. I'm not asking that they share it without his wishes. I am saying that the government here,
I can take
specifically
care
what
of this
CBS is
shredder.
reporting, should give us more information than they have, because they continuously, the government specifically, are lying about the situation, which I can prove.
All right. So I asked Twitter or
You
Grok.
ask Grok. You ask Grok. Oh my God! You got to engage with me, brother. Don't ask Grok.
Well, if you're not going to be honest, I might as well use an AI to prove your dishonesty and your blatant bias. Is it reasonable
You
standard
can't
of proof
use AI to
request
prove
this agent sign away his
anything.
HIPAA rights as demanded by the quote tweet? No, it is not a reasonable standard of proof to demand that ICE agent Jonathan Ross voluntarily waive his HIPAA rights and sign a release authorizing the disclosure of his medical records in order to corroborate claims about his injuries from
Stop.
January
You
7th,
can't-
2026.
Grok
Instead,
was
he
making.
claims Renee Nichols
Hold on.
Good.
Grok was
HIPAA,
making
the
child
Health
pornography
Insurance
earlier, and you're going
Accountability
to touch this
Accountability
guy,
Act
this
strictly
Grok thing.
protects the privacy of individuals' health information.
I don't know. This is not shit.
Including details
Bullshit.
about hospitalization, internal bleeding, bruising, cuts, or any treatment following the event are considered protected health information. These records belong to the patient, Ross, and healthcare providers cannot release them without the patient's explicit authorization, a court order, or another narrow legal exception, such as certain law enforcement requests under specific conditions. Why this demand is not reasonable. Privacy rights are fundamental. Even in high-profile public controversies involving law enforcement or federal agents, individuals retain strong privacy protections for medical matters. Forcing or pressuring someone to waive these rights as a proof requirement would set a troubling precedent, potentially chilling free speech, public discourse, or defense claims in the politically charged cases. Ross is not obligated to make his private health details public just because skeptics or critics question official narratives. No legal requirement exists for voluntary disclosure here. The involved incident is
Okay,
under
none of this has anything to do with my
by
tweet.
the FBI, DOJ, and potentially state-level authorities. If medical evidence becomes relevant to any criminal or civil proceeding, e.g. to assess self-defense
Let me
claims or
know if the
injury
door
security,
opens.
it would typically be obtained through subpoenas or court orders, which can compel disclosure without the individual's consent in certain cases, official releases by DHS, ICE if they choose to declassify or share limited details, voluntary disclosure by Ross or his representatives, demanding he personally sign away his rights outside of a formal legal process is not a standard.
I've never
evidence-free
wanted to call
practice,
someone
and
an
crosses
F-slur more
into
than
Yes, it's right outside.
This guy.
Someone is
Public
right
debate.
outside as well.
The CBS report cited
They're probably
going
gonna come in here.
claiming Ross suffered
So
internal
watch
bleeding to
out.
the torso. Skeptics, including the original Wick TV post and similar commentary, reasonably point out the lack of corroboration, especially since the video
Pretty reasonable, huh? Oh, wow,
unaided,
nice.
and only brief hospitalization release was mentioned elsewhere. However, the absence of public medical records doesn't automatically disprove the claim. Internal bleeding can range from minor bruising, which qualifies technically, to severe injury. Insisting on a personal HIPAA waiver as the bar for relief shifts the burden inappropriately onto the individual rather than the reporting sources or authorities.
Wait for that laugh.
Practical alternative exists. Public skepticism can be addressed through independent journalism or fact checks seeking official confirmation. Any future court rulings, if the charges arrive or civil suits proceed, where medical evidence could
And you
surface
can
under sealed or
proceed.
redacted form. Statements from DHS, ICE, or Ross's legal team providing non-identifying
This is
details,
a little bit
as
too
has happened in
risky.
similar cases.
Close the
In
door.
polarizing cases like this, where narratives diverge sharply, e.g. official claims being run over versus video
Let's go
analysis
the
showing
other
minimal no contact, it's understandable to want concrete proof. But HIPAA-protected medical privacy isn't something that can be reasonably demanded to be waived on social media
Checking
or public
left,
pressure. That's
checking
not how
right.
evidence standards work in either journalism or law. If stronger evidence emerges through proper channels, it could
Close
clarify
door.
things. Until then, anonymous sourcing and video video frame analysis remains the public tools for evaluation. In other words, no, you're being an extremist by
Checking
demanding
left,
that this
checking
man
right.
sign away his HIPAA rights.
I don't think I'm being an extremist. And first, that wasn't your claim. Your claim was that I wanted the government to violate HIPAA.
What's that?
I did not, and I do not, right? And second,
Except you
right,
did,
you
because the
just
original
read
tweet, you
all
said
this Grok
they,
AI
they,
bullshit, and it did not apply to what I asked.
You said they.
You
did not say
misrepresented
they.
what I said, and you lied about it. This is the
No,
third
you
lie
lied
I've
about
caught
it,
you
man.
in this
You lied about
conversation.
it. Bro, you lied about it. You're lying about trying to defend
I am
yourself.
absolutely not lying about it, and I beg any viewers to say otherwise.
All right, chat, I'm going to go ahead and send you the link to Mr. Wick's stream right now.
One
so
down.
if he is lying, you can go ahead and tell him.
Yeah.
Shields.
Because
Coming.
if you say that I am lying about this, you obviously, one,
Down.
have sub-room
Got him.
temperature IQ, or two, you are just dishonest. I think this is very
His name is-
clearly
my
that
tip
I
is
did
bleeding,
not,
nice.
under any circumstances, ask for HIPAA to be violated. I
Uh,
asked,
yeah,
in my
watch out
for
tweet
the
was
partiers.
that, hey, I don't trust this information. I need to see more. That's what I tweeted. I don't trust this information because they lie
wish we
about
had
it.
smoke
I don't trust this
rings.
information because it's sketchy. It doesn't pass the smell test. I need to see more before I believe it.
Who's the
That's
they?
not me asking for them to violate HIPAA. And the fact that you suggest that it is shows a fundamental level of dishonesty. That
I mean, you're
is
saying
just
that
why
there
you
has to
guys
be
are
that
just fucking
threshold
gonna
before you
lose,
trust
by the
them.
way.
So at that point, yes, you are demanding that.
No,
So you're
I'm
just
not.
lying in your attempts to defend
I'm
yourself.
not demanding that they go about it the wrong way. It's
Oh,
just
sorry,
like
you'll
if I
just not
demanded,
believe
like,
that,
hey,
which is totally
I
different
want,
and totally not
I
you
want
trying to
this,
pressure them to
I
do
want
that.
this criminal
Good
to be
job.
locked up, and I say this criminal
Hear
that's on the
yourself.
streets,
Hear
I
yourself.
want him to be locked up. That's not me demanding that they violate his Fourth Amendment rights or First Amendment rights or Second Amendment rights or any kind of rights that he has. I'm saying that I want them to lock them up. And again, a normal, well-adjusted person would understand that I'm not asking for them to do anything illegal in this or violate his rights in this. I'm simply asking for this person to be arrested, right?
I don't
And
wanna go out
again,
to the
through the
lobby.
normal
Too
normal
risky.
procedures that everyone always does. And this tweet is the same. I'm not asking for anything outside of the legal parameters. I'm not asking for anyone's rights to be violated.
Now,
I'm
where's
asking for more
assembly?
evidence, and they are not providing it.
Oh, okay.
All
What's
right,
going
let's ask
on?
Grok
Dude,
again,
God,
since-
he's so...
No! Oh my God! You asked
Yep,
Grok
here
one
we
more.
go.
No, we don't know. We don't need to ask Grok. What is wrong with you? Why are you just like loudly pronouncing this as if it's something that you're proud of? Like, don't you feel embarrassed of yourself? Like, your fucking ancestors are like rolling in their graves for asking a fucking bot like on like information that you should know off the hand. Like, why are you just like loudly typing as if you were proud about it? Like, what the fuck? God, you're so cringe. You weren't even loudly typing this before. You should. These guys are so absurd.
Time! I swear to God, I'm gonna call you the F-slur.
Go ahead.
What?
Okay, I'm not gonna actually do that because I don't want to fucking get my Twitch banned.
Huh?
I can do
What?
it on YouTube. Should I use? Hold on, Twitchers. Should I just end the Twitch stream so I can just talk to him how I want to talk to him?
Based with?
What's hilarious is, well, I'm not going to
Wick
spoil this
arc?
fun for you. So,
So you've already spoiled it. Well, actually, you know what? I am kind of enjoying myself. It's not often that I get to dunk on a retard, so it's really
mean-
nice to have you in here.
bro, the only retard you're dunking on is you, man.
Is it?
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that Frey would show up like he was. Oh wait, that's right. Never mind. But I was kind of hoping that too because of I'm sure he was really rearing to get after me after the stuff I sent Lilith.
What?
Who? Do you want someone to come on here? We can ask. Oh, I didn't kick him.
Sorry, there we are.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I didn't kick him, gang.
Sorry, that's
Oh,
my bad. That's
weirdo.
okay. Let me just get out of this. I don't have a thing. I'll be right back. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, there's
Oh,
also
this
the.
guy's so
So he
cringe.
was probably going to want to talk about the whole Lilith thing as well. That's fair. Let's see if I.
What?
No, hold on. What's this? Would asking for proof of injury of an officer injured during the line of duty be a HIPAA violation? No. Asking an injured police officer for proof of a line of duty injury, such as a doctor's note, medical certification, or related documentation, is generally not a HIPAA violation. Get fucked. Get fucked.
Ooh.
I mean,
Get
the previous one
fucked.
said that it is
Get
not.
absolutely wrecked. Get absolutely dumpstered.
Okay,
4K
wait.
live on Wick TV. Crushed.
Wick, just calm down for a moment, okay? Like, just, oh my lord, Wick, can you just please chill. I'm begging you, please just chill, okay? Alright. Like, it's not like, dude, okay, it's just, oh my god, please. You don't have to be this cringe.
Destroyed. Wrong on every instance. Blown out.
Okay,
Cool.
okay.
So I was going to talk about the Lilith thing here real quick. So here you
The
go.
Lilith thing. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Lilith. Yeah, you know, friends with Dev here. So yeah.
Who
since they wanted to
cares?
talk about this, and I'm sure all
Who
of the other
cares
Dev
about
defenders,
what?
and
Who
he got upset
cares
because I
about
started
any of
pointing out
this?
that Lilith supports sexual assault.
I don't know who Lilith is. I'm not going to defend. Well,
Who-
Lilith Lovett, I know who she is. She follows me on Twitter. I don't know. I've never
So
talked
here's
to
the
her.
tweet. So
Never
it
talked
says
to her.
this is about a transing woman,
Who?
and it's in response to Seamus here saying, "Let me." Why is it not showing this? I got it. There we go.
Oh, it's a PNG. Hold on.
Yeah, here we go.
Lilith is like this trans sex worker that Dev is friends with. Because Dev is a chaser. But, you know, I'll allow it.
Oh, what is this? This is an article?
Yeah, this isn't even about trans women. This is sexual assault, by the way. The men having sex with me don't know that I'm trans. I intend to keep it that way. Don't worry, I have a good reason to stay mum. And then she says, trans man talks about not telling his partners who thinks he's a cis woman, how he's taking testosterone. Trans woman receives death threats, question mark. And I just responded, cool story, still sexual assault, because it is.
Okay.
And that's resulted in a lot of dev defenders just trying to give me shit for that.
Yeah, what's this have to do with dev, though?
Oh, yeah, this became linked to dev because a lot of the dev defenders, and because Lilith and dev are kind of, or they have an association of sorts. I'm not going to say it's too much dev specifically. That's anything to, I'm not going to blame dev for this or anything like that. I'm just pointing out that some of the defenders, like Frey, have come out to try to defend this, and since Frey wanted to be on, here it is.
Who is Frey?
Okay.
Who are these
I don't
people?
know what to do with this.
Nobody cares.
I don't know how.
But you're agreeing, though. You agree with me, though, that yes, Lilith is actually trying to defend this story, which is actually a case of sexual assault.
Hold on, let me read it. Does it have a link? Do you have a link to the article so I can read the article, not just the headline?
Oh, sure. Let me find. I can go ahead and try finding it.
We can do this another time. I just don't like. I don't know enough about the article. I'd have to read it, so I can't give you an honest answer on this because I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. I wouldn't. Just that isn't enough for me to say she's defending sexual assault. I'd have to read the article, see what it said, think about what she's saying here, which she says. I'm going to quote. Trans man talks about not telling his partner who thinks he's a cis woman that he's taking testosterone. Trans women receive death threats, question mark. That's her just pointing out inconsistency. Is she defending the whole article? I'd have to talk to her and find out.
I mean, the point that they got pissy at was the fact that I pointed out that this is still sexual assault. It's actually still an act of rape by the person that wrote the article.
I don't know if I'd call it rape, but if you're lying to your partner, it's not good. I'll give you sexual assault.
If you're lying to gain false consent.
If you were lying, if you were, for example, well, let me ask you this. If I lie to a woman and say I'm rich, like, yeah, baby, I'm a millionaire, and she sleeps with me, right? Have I raped her?
I mean, if you have done it with the intention that she would have refused consent otherwise, then yeah, at that point you have deceived her to gain false consent. You are having sex with her without consent.
I don't know if I consider that rape.
I mean, you're trying to defend this example of rape now by claiming it's not real rape in your eyes, so...
I don't know. I haven't read the article.
Well, here's the article for you, man. Why are you waiting?
Because we're talking about dev today, and I want to discuss dev.
Someone is extracting.
Okay, how to do it. The trans masked non-binary person lives in a rural conservative area. It's for plus subscribers. I don't...
All right.
I can't read this. I need the jail-baited version, or the... What's it called? The free version. I'm not paying for this.
The jailbait version of what?
But what does this have to do with dev?
Well, the point I was getting at is, again, like I said,
right?
I'm going to keep saying this because you keep apparently forgetting or just not acknowledging it. Like I said, this was because Frey wanted to talk to me and whatnot, so I'm just covering this.
I see some people there.
The fact that you have
Frey
and other people...
Tell you what, I can ask Frey if he wants to talk to you about it another time. But okay, that's a Frey thing.
All right.
Okay, but my whole problem with you, and now we do have a problem...
SFO is because you call yourself a chaser. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You literally unironically call yourself that. Stardust raid? What? Wait. What do you mean? I don't see it. Dude. Where are they? Sorry, can you beam them again?
I'm not sure. I can't see.
Fuck me. Rats.
They might be in. Maybe they're in the train. You want to run in?
Can you smoke it? Can you smoke it?
I don't have a smoke. I've got a showstopper. Oh, never mind. They're leaving.
It's closing. Yeah, let it leave. Okay, I'm gonna hit it now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going down here. Yeah, you stay above, just in case.
Is that you've misrepresented what I've said, you've lied about what I've said multiple times in this conversation. So how can I ever trust you on talking to about what Dev is saying? Like when we talk about principles,
why did you say jailbait?
And you've demonstrated on this call of misrepresenting.
Why did you say jailbait?
How can I trust your representation of Dev?
Seriously.
Well, see, that's the big problem you have to deal with is the fact that it doesn't even matter what I say if I can provide the evidence with full context, which I have repeatedly. And even if you want to try to do the argument from ignorance fallacy and say, oh, I don't know about this, oh, I don't know about that, oh, I don't know about this. Even then, the sheer fact that I can keep providing the evidence over and over and over makes any point about me irrelevant when I can keep
I'm
providing
waiting
evidence.
for you.
Me being, no matter how dishonest you try to claim I am,
Okay.
it doesn't
And-
magically make the tweets I provide go away. No matter how dishonest
True.
you claim I am, it does not magically make the videos
But
I
just
provide
you
go away.
saying
I'm
and
hitting it.
claiming
I'm hitting
something
it.
in a tweet
Covering,
doesn't make
covering,
it true. And
Except
the tweets
I've
that
done
you've
more than
provided
that,
me
haven't
in the
I?
context
And
that
even
you've shown me
jailbreak,
have
okay.
not been
but
evidence
argument from
sufficient.
I know,
ignorance
but-
fallacies by saying,
Listen,
oh, I don't
you don't
know
even
about
know what
this,
an
I don't
argument
know
from
about
ignorance
that, and
fallacy
set
is. You remember
unreasonably high
you were wrong about that.
Stardust rated an Animal Crossing stream. Yeah. Did someone just like lie to me or what?
bars of evidence to try to back up, to try to make it so that I can't potentially convince you, which I'm not here to convince you. That's the thing. I don't expect you to actually be an honest person. You've demonstrated quite cleanly that you're not. You tried lying about the whole HIPAA thing, and you're still trying to...
I'm lying about the HIPAA thing. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
you
You're
did
still
try to lie
on
about it
that.
because the asking that medical records be released. Well, HIPAA is
Me
medical
asking for
records.
them to release medical records isn't demanding that I do it without their consent. And the fact that you keep saying that
It
is bothering me because it's fundamentally not true. And I think you know
If
it's
you
not
wanna play
true.
that
I
game
think
of
you
trying to
know
appeal
deep
your
down in
point,
your
and the
little black
problem
heart
is
that
at
it's not
point
true.
that you have reached the point, even if you tried to say, oh, I'm just asking for him to choose away the rights, at that point, that's still an extremist position for you to take, man. That's still you being dishonest. That's
No,
still you
wanting
setting
more
an
position than the
unbelievably high
government
bar
said
of
it's true.
standard
Trust me,
for
bro,
evidence
is
before you
extremist
even
position. It's
consider
not.
the
I promise you.
possibility that this dude might have actually sustained injuries. The fact that you are even if you
The
try
fact
to
that I
conceivably
question the government's
say,
narrative is proof I'm an extremist.
demanding that medical records be released.
Hold on.
To do that is an extremist position.
It
yes.
is not. If the evidence they
Yes.
give me is two people who U.S. officials, unnamed, anonymous sources, right, were told that this happened, I'm going to want more evidence than that. And I want more evidence. If
The evidence
Biden did
demanded
that,
was
or if
medical
Trump did
records. It
that,
wasn't
or if
anything it was
Obama
very
did that,
specific.
it doesn't
wasn't anything
matter.
else but medical records that you specifically demanded. And because you demanded medical records specifically, that means that HIPAA gets involved. And because HIPAA gets involved, and you're talking about having this guy waive his rights on HIPAA and sign a waiver, yes, at that point you have set an
Real talk, I'm actually just friends with Lil. No sexual contact there. Lots of people claim we were dating, but we're not. Yeah, no, I thought it was. I thought that was the case.
unbelievably high standard.
It's not
that is ridiculous and
I'm just
extremist to
teasing
make.
If I am
Yes,
a boss
are you
at a
going to
company,
wait, are you going to suggest that
if I'm a
you go to
boss at a
work
company,
and
if
you're
I'm
sick,
at a company and I ask an employee calls in and says he's sick, that he got he got into a car accident, and I ask, yo, can I see some proof that you got in a car accident? Is that me being unreasonable?
I mean, if you're going to talk about the case, here's the thing, and I've actually
Can you
had
answer
to
that
get
question?
sick-
Is that me being
yes, I can,
unreasonable?
and I'm trying to, and you're interrupting me because you're being dishonest and you don't want me to actually answer the
Dishonest,
question.
okay.
So, I've actually had this
So
issue,
cringe.
similar issue about a few months ago where I had to get call in sick because my ankle was giving me problems. Now, there's a sick note, which you can get, and then there is the actual x-rays and stuff like that. They're only going to, asking for the sick note is way different and is not a HIPAA violation compared to asking for the full x-ray.
You understand we didn't get the
big problem.
sick note from this guy either.
What?
You understand that in Ross's case, the agent's case, we didn't even get the sick note. What we got was two people who said that they saw or who said that they were told that there was a sick note. We didn't see the sick note.
Yeah, but you're not ICE. You are not his employee.
No, hold on.
Do you
Yes, I
understand that-
fucking.
This guy is exactly why her glorious King Tiny is a retired Unc streamer now. Wait, why? What do you mean? I don't get it. I'm sorry.
And the government works for us. We do not work for the government.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct.
However,
So he is my employee because my taxpayer money pays for his paycheck. He is absolutely someone who answers to me, and I don't answer to him.
except-
That's how.
God. You look like you're not enjoying this. Yeah, because it's like watching a debate between two schizophrenics. Except one is more one is like so much more schizophrenic than the other person. Like two schizophrenics, where one schizophrenic is like so much more crazy than the other person in terms of schizophrenia. Like it's just. Yeah, again, it's okay. You guys know homeless fighting, like two homeless people fighting each other. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like two homeless people fighting each other. Wick literally looks like a homeless person, and Ace literally acts like a homeless person. They're just both homeless.
How our government works, sir.
do you
I am
not
an
know what chain of
American.
command
Where are
is?
you, Canadian or some
You're
shit?
the
I
chain
don't
of command
know,
now?
but
I
I'm an
would think
American
that a
fucking
veteran like you
citizen,
would
and
actually
that is
understand
how
what the chain of
government
command
needs
is.
to
But
work.
the fact that you don't even know what the chain of command is suggests that you're the sort of
A
guy that
chain
has
of
to take off.
command? I'm not
Yes,
in this
the chain
guy's
of
chain of command.
Exactly.
Chain of
Okay, but I can
command.
still
The
demand
man is the
a
person that
certain
gives the
level
doctor's
of
note.
behavior from
Let's watch Advent preach songs.
someone.
Yes, and here's the
Maybe.
thing. I'm getting, and I keep repeating this because you keep lying and trying to talk over me.
You
and all
keep
this
saying
other
I'm
shit.
lying, and you haven't shown it once.
I've shown it repeatedly, and I've asked people to go ahead and go talk to you about it too. But yes, the point is,
as an actual professional therapist, I can say this sucks ass. Cosmo, can you show me proof that you're an actual therapist? So then I can actually get a professional opinion. Just send it to me in DMs, okay? So then I can actually say, okay, an actual professional therapist thinks that this is ass as a professional opinion.
you have sat there and tried to ignore the chain of command, which is at it.
Ignore the chain of command. The chain of command isn't applicable here.
It is, though, because it's the people in the chain of command that's going to get his doctor's note, isn't it? So yes, the chain of command is applicable. You just said you're not in the chain of command. That's why you personally were not given a copy of his doctor's note. Congratulations. You have just
Do you actually want proof? Yes.
explained in detail why you didn't get the doctor's.
I like it whenever people come in here to say that they are actually super specialized in something and, you know, they have a high expertise in specifically one field. I greatly respect people who are like that. I greatly respect anybody who, you know, who are actually practicers of like one specific like profession, like doctors, therapists, lawyers, not really computer engineers, but yeah.
No, you're not in the chain of command. The chain of command is who gets the doctor's note.
Hold on. If you're going to say that, hey, there was a doctor's note, and I ask, hey, can I see it? Am I giving you a HIPAA violation? Am I demanding a HIPAA violation?
Did I just say...
Hold on, answer my fucking question.
No, it's not a HIPAA violation.
Okay, great. Wonderful. You agree with me.
No, I don't.
You agree with me that I didn't ask for a HIPAA violation then?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Well, look. Is there anything else you got for me today? Anything else that you want to prove?
Well, congratulations. Thank you for admitting that I proved it, man.
I think she's joking. I'm not joking. You know, look at the camera right now and say, I want to see your practicing license. Now, papers, please.
You think that's me admitting you proved it?
I mean, you just said I proved it, man.
That's not what I said. I said, do you have anything else you want to prove?
So I proved it.
No, this does not follow.
You said if you had said tried to prove, you'd actually be on a point, but you didn't. You said want to prove, which suggests I actually proved
buddy,
it yourself.
I do thank you for coming on. I do. And it's good that you were willing to come up on live, on stage. There is at least a little respect that we give to anyone who's willing to come on my show, so I'd appreciate that. But I do, and I mean this from a place of love, the next time you want to do one of these things, you should have actual evidence of your claims rather than these...
Except I did. I did provide evidence. I can ask
This
Grok
isn't actual. You can ask Grok all you want, but I don't accept what the AI says for your prompts. Okay? Have a great day. I love you.